directly on into the bread and butter of my podcast, which is motivation. Most weeks I like to bring you guys a weekly dose of motivation to help carry you through your week, because as I often say, consistency will take you places that motivation alone cannot. And this week is actually something, a topic that I have talked about in great length and to great detail, whether it's this YouTube channel, this podcast, my blog, different posts on social media, and it's even one of the premises of my story, and It's Not Easy Being a Sloth. And it's very simple. When we are growing up, we constantly hear such negative things like can't, won't, don't, no, yada, yada, yada. It's just a lot of negative, 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 negative. I don't think a lot of times we have enough people in our lives telling us what we can do and what we should do, what we could do and will do. And yes, you can. Like, I don't think we have enough of that. And so we have been on this journey together in the Taeler Army of trying to become the adults that we needed as children, which I think is one of the single most admirable things that you can do. And that's all a part of the journey in becoming the best version of yourself that has ever existed, and breaking generational curses and generational trauma so that it stops with you and you don't continue to indirectly pass that shizit on. Because let's face it, shizit belongs, flush it down the toilet, okay? It belongs in the trash. We don't play with trash, we take the trash out. And that's what generational curses and generational trauma is. It's just people passing their trash on and passing that on and passing it on and passing it on until the family and the world is so messed up and nobody can even realize and piece together how we got here. It ends with us and it starts with us when we choose to be the change, when we choose to become the best version of ourselves that ever existed. We forgive ourselves for past versions of ourselves, for doing the best we could at that time with the information that we had, and now we leave that past version of ourselves in the past where it belongs, because if we bring it into our present, then we are robbing ourselves of joy and the room for growth in the future. And we deserve that, don't we? After this long journey of what we're doing, you know, breaking generational curses and generational trauma to become the adults that we needed as children. And so what I want to end this episode with is this. For motivation, here it is. Life is full of can'ts, won'ts, and don'ts. What they stand for should be entirely up to you. Up to you and no one else, okay? Can'ts, won'ts, don'ts. They don't have to be the negative words that you grew up believing, okay? Sometimes they can stand for something positive and amazing and magical and firm and steadfast, okay? Remember, anything worth achieving isn't easy, because anything easily gained is just as easily lost. And that is why nothing good comes from comfort zones. So when you are in a trying time, when you are questioning so much, when you feel so overwhelmed, just remember that what you are doing is worth it. You are worth it. The kid you used to be is worth it. And the adult that you are becoming is worth it. Life is full of can'ts, won'ts, and don'ts. And just like I said, what they stand for should be entirely up to you. For me, I can't stop until I achieve my goals for me and my family. I don't have time for people that have limiting beliefs of me and are negative. And I won't sacrifice my integrity for the pursuit of anything in this life. Can'ts, won'ts, and don'ts, ladies and gentlemen. All right, this has been the latest episode of the Talks with Taeler Hendrix podcast, coming to you live, usually every single Tuesday as part of the brand family on russosbrand.com. I hope to see you back here next week, and do not forget, I am on Cameo for personal videos from me to you, where we both donate to charity through Cameo. And right here on this YouTube channel, you can find me with youtube.com/@TaelerHendrix, as well as the weekly podcast Talks with Taeler Hendrix with Russo's Brand. And of course, all of my Fightful articles that come out on Fightful.com, my books on Amazon, and of course, my blog on Medium. Until next week, everybody.